that I had turned my back on my people. I had turned my back on my Jewish identity, my Jewish people. However, I'm actually closer to traditional Judaism now as a Muslim than I ever was as a secular liberal Jew. My creed and practices now as a Muslim are so much closer to the way of my ancestors. I believe and worship the God of Musa, the God of Moses. I don't eat pork. I have my boys circumcised. Ironically, many ethnic Jews who have completely abandoned these practices, they are seen in a much more favorable light than someone like me by Zionists themselves, despite how distant they are from the way of Musa, the way of Moses. So from the perspective of Jewishness in a creedal sense, have I really turned my back on my people, coming from secular liberal ethics, rooted in atheism? Or rather, is it the one that rejects the God of Musa, the God of Moses, the God that Moses called us to, the God at the center of the identity of Moses and his people, Bani Israel, the children of Israel? I'm merely turning the script here. I'm not saying that Judaism and Islam are the same. There are clear differences. But I'm saying that Islam is a lot closer to Jewish orthodoxy than secular liberalism, secular atheist liberalism. In fact, to the contrary, I've actually turned towards the way of my ancestors and my people. I remember my mom actually telling me that the Jews are waiting for their next prophet. Many Jews migrated to Medina, otherwise known as Yathrib, in modern-day Saudi Arabia, awaiting a prophet mentioned in the Old Testament by his distinct attributes, even his name and the areas that he will come to and the areas that he will migrate from. It's mentioned explicitly in the Old Testament that this prophet will emigrate from Mecca to Medina. And their people, the people of Medina, will rejoice at his arrival. Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam, when he finally arrived in Medina, the most knowledgeable of the Jews, a rabbi called Abdullah ibn Salam, recognized him because of his knowledge of the scriptures and the fact that he was mentioned in there. He recognized him and he accepted Islam. Am I not following in the footsteps of my people? The ones that really believed in the God of Musa, the God of Moses? Just like our ancestors, I even emigrated to Saudi Arabia to be close to the Prophet's city, to benefit from the inheritance left by the Prophet. The inheritance being the knowledge and guidance that he taught to his companions that has been transmitted to the scholars, the ulama of this blessed city of Medina and other cities around the country. The likes of Sheikh Abdul Muhsin al-Abbad and his son, Sheikh Abdul Razak al-Badr. I'll finish on this. Allah mentions in the Quran, in Surah Al-Ma'idah, verse 68 to verse 71, say, O people of the scripture, you are standing on nothing until you uphold the law of the Torah, the gospel, and what has been revealed to you from your Lord. And that which has been revealed to you from your Lord will surely increase many of them in transgression and disbelief. So do not grieve over the disbelieving people. Indeed, those who have believed in the Prophet Muhammad and those before him who were Jews or Sabians or Christians, those among them who believed in Allah and the last day and did righteousness, no fear will there be concerning them, nor will they grieve. We had already taken the covenant of the children of Israel and had sent to them messengers. Whenever there came to them a messenger with what their souls did not desire, a party of messengers they denied and another party they killed. And they thought there would be no resulting punishment. So they became blind and deaf. Then Allah turned to them in forgiveness. Then again, many of them became blind and deaf. And Allah is seeing of what you do. They became blind to the truth. They rejected the truth to the point of pure atheism. Choosing atheism over what Moses was sent with is the biggest form of turning one's back on one's people. I call you to turn back to the way of Moses, by accepting